Hello, guys, and welcome to yet another Hangouts with Swapnil Shinde.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
So, Project Runway Season 14.
Yep.
How are you so calm?
How am I so calm?
Yeah, I would be
14.
screaming insular.
4 plus 1, 5 is my lucky number.
Oh, lovely.
So let's just say it's been good.
So you've shot for the whole thing?
Not
now?
really. It's the first schedule is done, the second's remaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first, I want to know. I think everyone else wants to know, is that how did this happen?
I mean, I've said this everywhere since I've come back. It's been a dream for more than 12 years. And when I wanted to participate, I was a student.
Right.
In the process of the show happening,
Right.
I've become who I've become.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I give up on my oldest dream. Right?
Sure, always.
So I had to do it when the opportunity came. So there was no ways I was not going to do it.
And also, what was your first impression when you reached there?
I was scared to death. I mean, the designers, the other contestants were like that.
Right, loud.
Very intimidating.
Right.
And here I was, this Indian designer, project runner. It was a bit intimidating, to be honest. I thought I'm not going to make it, but yeah, we'll see.
So, but what was the preparation like? Did you prepare yourself in any way?
So I mean,
were you
the thing
told
is,
to these things are gonna happen?
So obviously on the show we stitch everything ourselves, cut everything ourselves.
There's no master.
There's no master G, no nothing. Everything is done yourself.
Right.
And I haven't stitched for around 9 years now. Yeah.
That's quite
exactly.
It must be like cycling. Like you.
I can't cycle either. Anyways, so the thing is, I had to sort of go back to college days, figure out my pattern cutting, figure out stitching.
Right.
So I gave myself around 2 weeks to practice.
Okay.
I was quite surprised. I could literally stitch and cut everything.
Yay!
So I was good.
So we also have a few guests and some familiar faces.
Yes.
And we have Manasvi Mum Guy.
Hello.
Hi Swapnil, welcome back to India.
Thank you. Shall I dance on Action Jackson ka that song now?
Yes, you should. With the actions, and you know them by now. Have you seen the movie? Have you?
I saw it finally.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah, I mean I saw the second half because you're in it completely. So.
Okay, good. Okay, nice.
So we asked Manasvi to keep questions ready. So Manasvi, let's go with your first question for Swapnil.
Okay, first of all, I want to ask. So I've known Swapnil for around like 5 years now. And I've always just seen him in like dirty t-shirts and jeans and like flip-flops, okay? I've only seen him in like really those really dirty clothes. The beat clubbing, beat fashion shows. You've come on ramp like this, Swapnil, like to take a bow. So I really like this look that you have.
Thank you.
What is this look? How did it come through? You know, I see you're wearing like these pajamas, like these
really
cool. Sort of things.
Right?
And you have this you've made it grungy with the leather jacket. So tell me, how do you think of it? Was it planned? How did it happen?
You know, I have to give credit where it's due. This is all thanks to Aki Narula. This is inspired by Rockstar. I mean, when I saw the movie, I was like, finally I see something that is me.
Right.
Which is grunge, which is goth, which is India, slightly edgy.
Right.
And I've always been a rebel.
Right.
So I was like, this is perfection.
Lovely.
And thanks to the show, thanks to Project Runway, I realized this is who I am. Not just as a designer, but also in terms of my personal style. So I'm thanking Aki Narula all the way for this.
Okay.
Aki.
Yes.
You've made a lot of female fans with this look and everything, I must tell you. And you are looking really.
Thank you.
Don't be surprised if you bump into Manasvi and she's wearing the same outfit. Right, Manasvi? We have Noshina with us too. Hi, Noshina.
Hello.
Hi, you unmute your microphone. Noshina? Hi, you'll have to unmute your microphone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You can ask your question now.
Okay, Swapnil, to begin with, congratulations, you've made us proud, and I have, you know me, I guess, I have been using your clothes for my styling purpose and things like that, and I've always admired your style. your personal style. And to begin with, when I had seen you as a contestant on a fashion reality show that was on Star One, I guess, with for Donatella Versace, an internship, and now you are a judge on one of the biggest benchmark reality show for fashion. So how does it feel, this switch?
Okay, so let me clear it. I wasn't a judge. I was a contestant on Project Runway.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, being an
So
established.
how? Okay.
So yeah, I was.
So
as I
being
was
an
Weird. Yeah. Your question is, as a contestant on a Project Runway from here.
yes, yes.
Okay, so the thing is, see, no,
So how does it feel? The big switch. How does it feel?
the thing is, everything was on stake because I am an established brand here. So for me to sort
Yes.
of go on an international platform where everyone's going to
Yes.
judge me, not just the judges, but the entire world, it was a big risk. But
Yes.
I believe in my craft, and it's been a dream
Hmm.
for a very long time. So I had to do it.
Awesome.
Lovely. So now
So
we'll
that.
sorry, Nashina, you have another question?
Yes, I do.
Let's go for it.
Yes. So, as you said, it was a big risk, Swapnil. So, how did you? I mean, you were definitely not thinking about people judging you and things like that. You know, you already being an established brand, and you going as a contestant out there. So that was never a thought at all. How does your thought process work on it?
That's the thing. I obviously spoke with a lot of friends from the industry to get an opinion whether this is
Okay.
a good thing for me. But most of them said no. Some of them said
Okay.
yes.
All
I
right.
just knew that I would have regretted the decision had I not done the show. Because this
Okay.
opportunity, I mean, it's not going to come back to me again. It happened once. I
Great.
know.
And
Great.
you always wanted to
Great.
Always. More than 12 years that I was in this.
So,
Fantastic.
Nashina, we'll come back to you. We just have
Okay. Great.
another question with Nicole.
Sure.
Let's go to Nicole.
Hey guys.
Hi, Nicole's picture.
This is Nicole
Hi.
from Team Miss Mali, and she has a
That's my
picture
picture.
because she can't get
I
through.
work on an yeah, sorry, my video is not working right now. Swapnil, congratulations on
Thank
Project
you.
Runway. It's super,
Thank you.
super exciting. I followed the show so closely, so was really excited to hear about this. So my question was that any hints on the kind of tasks they've made you do so far?
I mean, so far, 3 episodes down, the first challenge was just the worst for me, very honestly, because we didn't get to choose our fabric. It was just really bad fabric lying around everywhere.
Right.
So that for me was the most difficult one. The second challenge was the Hallmark Signature Challenge, which was my favorite because we get to work with unconventional materials. And I don't know
And
if
you
you saw
love doing that.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you
I
love
was like,
playing
this
with
is me, and this
Yeah.
is who I am as a designer.
That's so cool.
And the third episode just came out yesterday night, where again
Right.
I was on the top. So yes, it's been amazing.
Yay.
I showcase modern India in this challenge.
Woo!
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I think it's time that people realize that we are more than just Lenga Choli,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And like speaking of Lenga Choli, was that the mind frame that people had on the show when you, as an Indian, did they ask you about?
Not really, surprisingly. I
Everyone's
think
like all about embroidery. Tell us something amazing about India.
not really. I mean, I think the biggest well, I can't really talk much about it.
Right.
But the problem that I faced
Can you tell us a
was
little bit?
well, there was the whole racist issue with Blake,
Okay.
where he was behaving as if he couldn't understand my accent,
Right.
which is the only sort of hindrance that came.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was all good.
And did you like?
I had an ignore mode wall around it because
Because you if you can also like switch it up and say like.
I can. I mean, Blake is a tiny boy. I could have punched him very easily, but I didn't.
So guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I watched this video on YouTube of you where you were talking, and it's on Project Runway's website, and where you're talking about how you wanted to be a boxer, and something's boxing, and then like that completely. I've known you. I've followed you for sounds a little creepy. I've followed you around for a while, and your work and boxer
Well, boxer slash dancer.
slash dancer.
Yeah.
The boxer.
Why is it
Tell us
surprising?
about-
What, I don't come off as someone who can box?
No, you can box, but it's, I mean, with the jacket and all that. But I'm so enamored by the designer side of you. So it's really interesting to hear the
I've
the
see,
training
that's the
and all
thing. I have.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've always been a rebel.
Right.
And rebellious people have a lot of frustration that needs to come out somewhere.
Right.
So that's where it came out.
And that's where you sing. Amazing. So let's go back to Manasvi. I'm sure Manasvi has another question. By the way, guys, if you guys realize that Manasvi and Swapnil are very, very close friends. They'll have been friends for how long?
5 years?
5 years.
6 years.
Yeah. When I started modeling. Okay, by the way, speaking of lehenga, I had ordered a lehenga from you, which has not reached me in like years now.
Because I made a better one for you. That's why the old one is not coming to you yet.
That's exactly why Manasvi joined the Hangout.
That's exactly why you're here. Where is my lehenga?
Okay, no, wait. My real question, Swapnil. How different was it working because you've been here and you're quite established here. So how different is the work atmosphere? Like, the models and the designers. How different are the things that go around? Like the work-wise, how different is it?
I think work-wise, my biggest strength was the fact that I'm established here. So I know how to manage time. So I would finish a lot of the things much faster than others, which left a lot of time. So I was literally like the in-house psychiatrist for all the designers. I was really close to all of them.
Everyone.
Yes, all of them. So I was literally the shoulder to cry on for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Even Blake, who did the racist thing, I got very close to him as well eventually.
Right. That's true. No, and did you also, because this is not your first reality show. You've done a reality show before that. I don't know if you guys know, but I watched it. We were just chatting about it. So did you? I'm sure you learned a lot of. Did that help you dealing with this in what way?
I mean, the fact that there's a camera around you at all times. Now, the thing is, when I'm working, I don't like anyone around me.
Right.
If I'm draping, if I'm sketching, I need to be alone.
For sure.
So then there is a camera next to you all the time.
Yeah, but were they very invasive?
They were this close at all points. They would be everywhere.
Right.
Whether I am out smoking, whether I'm with whatever, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the
one thing.
I'd already done that in Lakme Fashion House, so it was obviously helpful for me. I could deal with them.
Lovely. So that I have now let's get on to something that I've been wanting to ask since I started this. You got to meet Heidi.
Yeah.
And Tim.
Yeah.
And Zach.
Yeah.
Frozen too. So tell us about that. How did that happen? What was the first thing you told her?
So the thing is, Heidi, obviously we got to meet her only on the runway days.
Right.
And every time she would just appear on the runway, we would all sort of gasp because each time she had a look which used to be amazing.
And she's got that. She's
stunning.
Yeah.
And each look used to be unique, and there would be a hint of that specific challenge in her look. So I would just wait for her appearance because she comes out strutting and she's wearing something amazing. Tim obviously was with us throughout the process before the runway as well.
Right.
And I used to be very scared of him because I've always looked up to him.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, when we were students as well, he was like, for me, the fashion god.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember the first episode, I was not able to talk to him. He had to actually tell me, Swapnil, speak up. I can't hear you because I was intimidating. Yep. It was like that.
Right?
Yeah.
I know Nicole had a question for you about Tim. Nicole? Can we go to Nicole, please?
Oh, I was just really curious to know how it was like working with Tim Gunn and just seeing him every day. I mean, again, I'm also a very big fan of his, so that's why I was curious about that.
The thing is, I have always considered Tim as the fashion god.
Yes.
Because his experience in the industry, he's been a professor for so long, and then the fact that he was the mentor on the show as well for so long. And I remember the first time that I met him, I was so scared. I really wanted his approval because I thought that's what really mattered, more than the judges actually for me.
Yeah.
And I was quite scared. I couldn't even talk in front of him. It was quite scary, very honestly. I mean, he's well suited, everything, and he's prim and proper in all possible ways. It's a bit intimidating.
Right. Very true, very true. Has he used his punchline so far? Make it work?
Oh, all the time.
All the time? Okay.
Actually, not with me, but he has used it.
Oh,
Yeah.
phew. Good, good.
I personally like him saying, but for some reason no one remembers Tim saying that. But I thought that he says make like carry on a lot.
He does say it, but I think this is the first time, as I mentioned, it's the first time in 14 seasons he's used the F.
Yay!
Yeah. So
Oh
someone
my gosh.
upset him. We'll see who that person is.
Oh my gosh.
Right here on Indian Hangout.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm sure Nashina has another question. Nashina?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as Swapnil just mentioned before, he's always been a rebel, right? And I have noticed a little bit of that side. The first time I had seen him in Gen Next in Lakme, I would say Lakme Fashion Week. I was right there, and I saw that the way his show started, it was so different compared to everybody else, and he was right there to okay, I've arrived in terms of the way it was grunge, it was all out there. And if you mention his previous reality show, Lakme Fashion House, where I remember you had mentioned like when you were a kid, you would play with the doll, being a guy. So all these small things. And as you say, you are a rebel out there, where you are established brand by itself, and you out there contesting in runway. So can you tell us, people like us, you can inspire us, saying being a rebel can be a positive quality as well, not just negative?
I think it's only positive because at least in our industry, simply because
Okay.
fashion, I think right now has become so much about wearability, reliability, ready to wear. I mean,
Yes.
people are breaking the rules because that's what fashion is. And the
So
breaking the rules happens only by the rebellions.
okay. All right, fantastic. So you use it as your drive.
Oh, definitely. Always have.
Okay, one more question before you go ahead. I remember in your previous reality show, you would always sing. As you said, over here in Runway, you were a shoulder to cry for everyone. So in your previous show, I remember you would always sing Superstar. So which,
I
so
remember these things.
yes, I really follow you, Swapnil. I remember. So which one is your favorite track this time? What song do you sing this time?
Thankfully, this time we were not allowed to sing because of copyright.
Oh, I think it was the high point of the show when you would start singing.
Time when he sang Lagan Lagi Manse I still have that bit visually.
Oh my God.
Copyright issues. I try to dance and sing a lot, but they
Yes.
took me a lot of time. It was not allowed.
But I was really rooting for you, Swapnil, in Fashion House. So yes, I did follow it.
There were a lot of other crazy singers on the show, so I was.
Yeah.
Merlin used to sing all the time.
So
Okay.
let's start talking about I want to know like your friends who are on the show. Who are you rooting
I mean, I am still rooting for. I can't talk much, but I got very close to Candice on the show. I got really close
Okay.
to Candice. I got really close to Ashley. Edmund was my roommate, so I got quite close to him as well.
Ashita, can I please, sorry to cut you off, but Ashita,
Yeah.
can I please ask you to mute your microphone, please? We're getting a lot of static.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you so much. Yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was extremely close with Candice from episode
Right.
1 actually, which
Right.
I'm surprised they've not shown yet. I got very close to Ashley because I used to be a big guy at one point.
Right.
I worked hard and I lost the weight.
Right.
So I thought, I can probably inspire her. So we had a
Oh,
lot of
lovely.
conversations about that as well.
Yeah.
So I was very close to Ashley. And the boys were all living together.
Yeah.
Jake was my roommate. Edwin was my roommate as well. I got very close to
Did
them.
you form like a bond and
I mean, all the boys really had a brotherhood going on.
Right.
And I think I was the only guy who was also close to the girls.
Okay.
So I literally was in between the guys and the girls. I got really close with pretty much everyone.
And you are the kind of person like you like to meet people.
I'm a people's person. I've always
for sure. I've always known you. Let's talk about because things like fashion in general, and especially if it's a reality show, it's a stressful time. Like, what was your most memory of like the kind of stress you were put under, and how did you deal with it?
As I mentioned, I got very close to Candice and Ashley, and for me, talking to them really helped. And they almost always came up to me themselves when I was upset.
Right.
I've had some moments where I have.
You've cried.
I have cried like there's no tomorrow.
But I'm sure you came over it.
I did. I mean, there were obviously all my friends on the show helped me get over it. But yes, I have really cried at one point in time.
Tell us one thing that happens behind the scenes that we don't get to see on notice. Something that you can share. I'm sure everyone wants to know.
Yeah, I mean, not really that much because I mean, at the end of it, we are on a reality show, so there are certain restrictions that we have to follow.
Right.
We were not allowed to make. I mean, our phones were taken the moment we landed, obviously. So
in a world of social media and internet and all these things, how does it feel to be cut off by everything?
It was so scary. Very honestly, for me, the phone was not the issue.
Right.
I was more than happy that my phone was not with me, but it's the internet. And music, I mean, for us, at least for me,
have music?
No, not allowed. Nope. So for us, I mean, at least for me, music is what starts everything.
Yeah.
And of course, the muse.
Yeah.
Which Manasi has always been. But without the music there, without any internet, nothing, it was so difficult.
Right.
To get creative ideas with the time restrictions and with Tim coming and critiquing in a very harsh way sometimes, and it was very difficult.
I also have to ask you a question that I'm sure my beauty team would want to know. Like, when you have your own shows, you have command over everything. But now on a reality show like Project Runway, where you have a theme and it's not your theme, was it difficult figuring out the beauty aspect? That's also a very important aspect, beauty and the models selection. Could you tell us something about that?
So obviously our models were pre-fixed. We were just given them, and thankfully I had the most amazing girl ever.
Right.
She was so exotic. Her name was Imani.
Okay.
And she had a fro, and I've never really worked with a girl who has a fro.
Yeah.
We had a hair and makeup team, Sally Beauty and Mary Kay, which are the local brands there. And we had full freedom in terms of what we want to do with the restriction of the theme. So there was the freedom there. But my biggest, I think, restriction was the fact that my model had a fro.
Right.
So there was
and in India, we never
really
worked with that kind of hair. Yeah.
So that is something that I had to work on to make sure that she had a different hairdo every single challenge.
Oh, so she was your model throughout.
Except for one challenge, she was the model for.
Oh, lovely. So I was wondering if we could play a game. So we're going to play a game right now, which is basically, would you rather?
Okay.
Are you ready? So basically, I'm going to give you two options.
Okay.
And we'll start and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Would you rather be BFFs with Heidi or Tim Gunn?
Heidi Klum.
Yes, and would you rather eat pasta or go out clubbing and drink the night away?
Clubbing and drink the night away.
Would you rather wear the bulkiest winter boots in the hottest weather or wear flip-flops in the winter?
You know, in time I've realized I want to dress up now. So I'm going to go with the boots.
The boots.
I don't care about the weather.
So now I already know what you're going to answer for my next question. Underdressed or overdressed?
I used to be underdressed. I think I'm now overdressed.
But I think you should always
look at the weather outside. I'm wearing a freaking leather jacket.
No, but obviously, because when you're overdressed, you can
remove things. What are you trying to say?
And as we fashion people like to call it, we can edit things.
Edit things.
Right? Okay. So a very important question: would you rather be fashionable at all times or comfortable?
Fashionable. I used to be comfortable at my earlier stage in life.
Right.
It was all about jeans and t-shirts. Wouldn't care at Hangout or anything. I've gone on the ramp with my bag in my, my arms. Now I think it's more about yes,
making a statement. Okay, old-fashioned clothing or futuristic clothing?
Futuristic. I mean, that's most.
I mean that was a given. Tyra Banks or Adriana Lima?
Adriana Lima.
Tyra Banks, no?
I think Tyra is a bit loud, no?
Okay.
I think.
I like. Did you know Adriana wanted to be a man?
Really?
When she wanted to be a nun.
Well, she's married to a prince now.
Okay.
There goes the nun thing.
I mean, that's those are our questions. Now, I want to know what was if you could sum up the entire Project Runway experience in one phrase or a line, what would it be?
Well, for me, I guess more than anything else, I wanted to inspire designers around the world.
Right.
That if a guy from India can participate on this show, make it so far, then anyone can.
Right.
And I know it sounds very Mother India-ish, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many designers, young designers who message me every day on Facebook and everywhere.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? Blah, 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 blah. And so many of them ask me the Project Runway question as well before I participate.
Right.
So I think that was extremely important for me. And the fact that sometimes dreams can take a day, sometimes they can take 12 years, but they happen.
They happen.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm sure there are people in design who want a career in fashion. What advice would you give them?
Never give up.
Never
I mean,
give
this
up.
industry would eat you up and throw you out, but still never give up.
Yeah. Or just do what you gotta do and keep working. So lovely talking to you.
Same here.
Swapnil, I'm sure. Manasvi, do you have anything to share with? She's like frantically.
I'm tweeting about it.
Woohoo! I'm gonna retweet it right away.
No, but you know, a lot of people ask me, but you're retailing already at Azza, and where else are you retailing right now?
I have a lot of personal clients, and I'm doing so many ads now, So all the stylists, thank you all.
You're
giving me so many ads.
A lot of my people who are not in the industry always ask me, so we love him. My school friends back in Chandigarh and everything, they're like, oh, his clothes are so nice, how do we access them? So I hope, I know you're really busy right now, but I hope in future you make your clothes more accessible to, my other friends. They always keep
your
asking
other
me.
friends, only your friends.
She actually is again very subtly hinting about the lehenga. It's about the lehenga.
No, I'd love if you have an online retail or something where you're more reachable to my friends or the public. I'm sure people want to wear your stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Website coming soon.
Okay.
All right. So Sheena, do you have any last words for Swapnil?
Yes, I do. I just want to ask you, Swapnil, where today everything is all about beauty and pink and floral and pretty. How do you make a grunge look so beautiful? How do you do that?
I think what I do is try to make it worn out. It has to look slightly old. It can't be so fresh and popping. And that always works.
Okay, and that's what makes you have a signature style or signature stamp to all your creations, right?
My signature style generally comes right towards the end. I literally work best under pressure. So the last 5-6 days is when the magic really happens.
Wow, fantastic. So good luck to you. Keep adding more feathers to your hat and keep inspiring us all the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sheena, can you mute your microphone, please? Thank you. Nicole?
Hey!
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I was just saying, I guess my parting question would be, what's next after Project Runway then? Any other big plans, anything coming up?
The thing is, I really don't know. I haven't planned anything.
First you have to go back and...
Yeah, first I go back and go for the second schedule.
Course.
So we'll see what comes out of this. And I can't tell you anything.
Please.
I can't. I'll get sued if the breach of contract is like a lot of money. I'll sue all of you, and then you all chip into it, and I'll say everything you want me to say.
But then you can just look at it and say, look how pretty. How can you sue this?
The breach is like 3 to 4 million per breach.
Okay.
Are we interested? No. Okay.
All right. So
Very
Nicole.
cool. So best of luck then for the
Thank
rest
you.
of the season.
Enjoy
We'll be all
It's
watching.
going to be great.
Super, of course.
Cheer for Team Swapnil Shinde.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! All right. So again, Swapnil, thank you for coming
So
here. I
much
hope
fun.
you had fun,
I had
and we
a lot
should
of
do
fun.
this again. I think
Yes.
post whatever happens. Best of luck, and
Thank you.
we're looking forward to everything you're doing.
Yes.
All right, guys. So always remember, stay tuned to the hashtag #Hangouts and follow us at Miss Malini on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also follow Team Miss Malini at Team Miss Malini on Twitter, because we always are giving some juice out.
Yeah.
And we'll keep doing that. So
what juice are you talking about?
all kinds of juice. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye, Manisvi. Thank you, everybody. See ya.